Welcome. This video will demonstrate the capabilities of the Formtek version browser extension for Alfresco. The Formtek version browser extension provides support for various releases of Alfresco 4 and Alfresco 5. Consult the Formtek website for more detailed information about the versions of Alfresco that we support. One of the great strengths of a content management system is its ability to store older versions of a document for historical purposes. Unfortunately, standard Alfresco provides very limited version-related functionality. You can see when each version was created and who created it, or you can view the properties for the version in a pop-up window, or download the file and open it in a separate viewer outside of Alfresco, but you can't easily switch between different versions to review the content. The Formtek version browser extension provides the ability to quickly view different versions of a document, including both content and properties, without having to download any files or open any pop-up windows. Let's go over the key features of the Formtek version browser extension. The Browse All Versions command is available as an action from the Document List and Document Details pages in the document library and the repository. The version browser interface allows you to view each version's content and properties in the same interface for virtually any document type. The Formtek version browser extension provides several additional actions for each version. You can view the selected version in your browser or download the original file to your client. If you have the Formtek PDF rendering extension installed, you can also create a PDF rendition of the selected version right from that same screen. Support is also available for various AutoCAD file formats if you have the Formtek EDM module installed. Check out our website for additional videos and information about the Formtek PDF rendering extension or support for AutoCAD files via the Formtek EDM module. Now let's take a look at the version browser extension. I'm logged into Alfresco as my demo user, Frank Smith. Let's get into the FT Engineer site and into the document library. So let's find some documents with multiple versions. Then we can compare standard Alfresco functionality with the extra features that the Formtek version browser extension provides. Let's get into our internal folder and then into HR. Now, an organizational chart is a document that's likely to change over time as a company grows. Let's take a look at how different versions of this document have evolved over time. So let's scroll to the bottom of the Document Details window. Standard Alfresco provides the ability to view a summary of a document's versions, with the version number, the name of the user who created the version, and the date on which it was created. Here we can see that Frank has created all versions of this document. Adding a comment at check-in time is optional, and Frank didn't add any comments the first several times he modified the document, but you can see from the last two versions, 1.4 and 1.5, that he entered comments about what kinds of changes he made. He added Marissa as a new employee and moved a few employees under Linda for the 1.4 version. And for the most recent version, 1.5, he added Mary as a new HR intern. Now here you can download the selected version or view its properties. You can also revert, or go back, to a selected version. Unfortunately, viewing different versions of a document isn't a very efficient process. You have to download any version that you want to view. Let's take a look at how the version browser extension can help. If we scroll up this page, we can see the Browse All Versions action. Clicking the Browse All Versions action opens the version browser window. The version browser window defaults to showing both the web preview and properties of the most recent version. The Alfresco previewer is supplied for viewing purposes with all of the standard functionality such as zoom, next and previous page, and search. The user can download the selected version or view the selected version in the browser. If you have the Formtek PDF rendering extension installed, you also have the option to download a PDF rendition of the selected version. Below the actions, we display all of the properties of the selected version. This document uses the standard Alfresco content type, but you can also view properties for custom document types as well. Clicking through the list of versions, I can see how this document has changed over time. For instance, if I look at version 1.3, I'll see Linda and Tommy reporting to Tom. If I look at version 1.4, I can see that a new engineer was hired under Linda, and now Tommy reports to Linda as well. And if I look at version 1.5, we can see that Mary was hired as an HR intern under Donna. Let's find another example. The statement of work document has had a number of new versions created. Let's browse through them and see the history of this document. So if I go to the More action on the right, I can get to the Browse All Versions command. Now, the first thing I'd like to point out is that the Properties pane on the right side of the Version Browser window is displaying custom properties from the Formtek EDM module. The Formtek EDM module provides a custom content model supporting document types designed for companies that work with engineering drawings and documents. We can see here that this is a civil engineering document in the project management category. Let's look at some of the older versions of this document and see how it was constructed. Version 1.0 is actually a statement of work document for a traffic analysis project for Ohio Township. It looks like Linda, the creator of this document, decided to copy a similar document from another project into this folder and use that document as the basis for the new document. By version 1.2, she had quite a lot of content added to the document, and if we skip to version 1.4, we see what appears to be the completed document. So we've looked at several examples of Microsoft Word documents so far, but the version browser supports all sorts of documents, including images. For example, let's take a look at this image. And note how the current version of the photo has instructions for where some vehicle traffic counters should be placed, while the original version does not. Additionally, we can even view AutoCAD files, like this drawing in the Engineering Drawings folder. Note that support for AutoCAD files requires the Formtek EDM module. And that concludes the demo portion of this video. The Formtek version browser extension runs on various versions of Alfresco 4 and Alfresco 5 on both Windows and Linux servers. Refer to the Formtek website for specific details about what operating systems and versions of Alfresco we support. The Formtek version browser extension also installs and uninstalls with easy-to-run command line scripts. This last slide displays a list of areas where you can find more information about the Formtek version browser extension and other Formtek Alfresco extensions. Thank you for watching.